Hello, we are live. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching this from. So, today I would like to simply talk about a few ways to reduce anxiety without a therapist. Basically, I want to talk myself out of a job. Not quite. But I just want to share with you 5 easy tricks to have a bit of a mental health hygiene so you can live your life better and you can keep all those anxiety symptoms under control quite easily. Just like you go to the gym, you eat well to look after your body, is the same thing with your brain. So, what are those 5 easy things you can do? So, let's look at the first one, please. Count your blessings. If you are into new age meditation, mindfulness, and all those kind of things, you will also know this as gratitude. Now, why is that something that will help you? Well, it's far too easy to dwell on what went wrong during the day, isn't it? As humans, we tend to remember traumatic experience way more than the positive ones. We recall insults way better, way deeper than when you receive praises. Basically, you respond more strongly to negative events than equally positive ones. For example, if you're on YouTube, never read the comments. Don't do that because you're going to notice one bad one among hundreds, I hope, of positive comments, and that will ruin your day if you're not careful. So, by actively counting your blessings, you just create consciously a new habit, a new pattern of thinking to compensate for that built in bias. Also, focusing on good things makes you feel better. And just like in Peter Pan, just think happy thoughts. You might not fly, but you will feel better. That's quite a good thing already. And it doesn't have to be big things, actually. It can be small things like getting your kids to school on time, um, having been able to do that DIY project, or at least starting it, something you've been putting up for so long. Or it could be bigger thing like, oh, at last I've applied for that new job, or I've asked that person out for a date, or anything like that. So just make a list of everything you can think of, even on bad day. Actually, especially on bad days. If you look carefully, you will always find a little something that will make this day worthwhile. So, tip number 2, time out for your brain. So, when you are anxious, when you got an anxiety disorder as well, your brain goes in overdrive. It never stops, and most people say, I find it very hard to even stop or turn it off. But basically, the brain is a thinking machine. So that's what it's trained to do all the time. But there are things you can do. Basically, what you're trained to do, you're trained to go from the freeze, fight, or flight mode, which is an anxiety response, down to the rest and digest and relax mode. And for that, you got quite a fair few tools you can easily find on YouTube, on Facebook, on my page as well. You got things such as mindfulness, you got self hypnosis, or meditation. And people will find better affinities with some techniques than others, but they all have the same effect on you. It's just for a little while, bit of a timeout, whether you use mindfulness to do some coloring to really focus on that present task, or you do self hypnosis to just zone out and go on holiday in your mind, or you do meditation to really let go of things. It's all going to have the same effect of just applying the brakes, basically. And you can check on my Facebook page and my YouTube page. You will have some recordings I've done to help you do just that. It takes about 20 minutes. And it's just a bit of a mini holiday in your mind. Also, you can look at learning some breathing techniques, which allows you to physically bring your body back down a little bit. And you can look at power breathing, box breathing. There's a lot of them you can find on YouTube. Just Google it, power breathing or box breathing, or again, look on my videos I've done before. You will find all the information you need to help you do just that. It's very simple and really worthwhile doing. Technique number 3, be your own best friend. Now, that's the one which, when you think of it, you wonder when not more people, well, you wonder why more people don't do it. Sorry. Because we tend to hold ourselves to a very different set of standards from everyone else. Basically, you'll happily tell a friend that, no, you look good, even if they're overweight. But you tell yourself, you can't possibly look good, look at you, it's disgusting. We'll show compassion and kindness to someone if they're a bit anxious, but we're going to tell yourself, oh, I'm so silly to feel this way. Why do I do that? Why am I so anxious? Or we'll simply happily accept that a friend is cancelling plans because they're not up for it, but we'll build ourselves up when we're anxious because, oh my God, why am I doing that? What people will think of me? What do I have to cancel? It's just ridiculous when you think of it like this, and it needs to stop. So next time you're giving yourself a hard time, next time you're beating yourself up, talking yourself down, just stop. Just simply stop and ask yourself, what will I say to my best friend in that situation? And then listen to it and take it on board. Be your own best friend. If you're not supporting yourself, if you're not cheerleading yourself, who will? So be good to yourself. Technique number 4, please. Get out of your comfort zone. Now, that one may sound a bit counterintuitive because, okay, I'm feeling anxious and you want me to do something which I'm not used to, out of my comfort zone. What? Well, the thing is, your anxious brain is trying to protect you by preventing you from doing things. Basically, it's overprotecting, and basically, better safe than sorry. If you do nothing, you won't get hurt. Problem is, you end up doing nothing. So that's not a good thing, really. So it becomes a vicious cycle, actually, because you focus on what you can't do instead of focusing on what you can do. So just challenge yourself. It doesn't have to be a big challenge. You don't have to go and jump off a plane or do bungee jumpings. No. But just find something which you think, oh, that makes me feel a little bit nervous, but I can do that. And then increase the dosage. Basically, it's exposure therapy in a way. Because by doing that, you retrain yourself to focus on what you can do instead of what you can't. Basically, you're proving your anxious brain wrong, that actually you can do things and you can't get hurt. And even if you may feel like a fool sometimes, so what? And actually, thinking of that, if you suffer from social anxiety, for example, or anything like that, look out on your Facebook or just search on YouTube, on Google, for any improv groups in your area, where basically it's classes where you just go there, have games, and the point is to fail. The point is to go there, say whatever is on your mind, and be fine with it. So it's more than just a theater or acting exercise. It's great fun, and you'll be surprised how many anxious people do it. And I know from friends of mine doing it that it's a great relief for that. It's going to help you train yourself just to go out there and wing it, basically. So that's something is quite worth doing. So yeah, do something that scares you a little bit, and the more you do it, the more you're going to realize, actually, I'm fine doing that. Just creating new habits. And if you find it a bit too daunting to do that, well, do a bit of self-hypnosis or meditation beforehand to calm yourself down before you do it. And finally, fifth technique, brain dump. So you can only keep so many things consciously in your mind. Research says that you can only keep about 7 things in your mind consciously in the forefront of your mind, give or take 2, roughly. So trying to remember everything that you have to do, everything you have to worry about all the time is just like spinning plates. So you just worry about this, that something has come out. Oh, I've got to go and find it again. It's juggling, it's spinning plates. It's hard work. And so basically, just write it down. At least you know it's there, and you're less likely to forget about it. Especially at night, because what happens is you're there, tucked into bed, nice and comfy, and all those things start to pop in your mind. That thing I've got to do tomorrow at work. I've got to remember to pick up this. I've got to do that before I even leave the house. And you try to keep it on in your mind consciously while you should be trying to go to sleep. So have a diary on your bedside table, a piece of paper and a pen. Or what I do, because I like my gadgets, but also everybody's got one. I use my mobile phone. Just pick up the mobile phone, send myself a quick email, just a few keywords in a subject, send, done. Put that back down. It's there. First thing in the morning, check my emails. Oh yeah, remember that. And then I can deal with it, because that's when you deal with those things in the morning, not when you're trying to go to sleep. So also, your anxious brain wants you to do something about whatever it's thinking about. Therefore, by writing it down or setting yourself a reminder, you've done something about it. Therefore, your anxious brain thinks, okay, that's done, been dealt with. I can focus on something else, hopefully going back to sleep. So yeah, just write it down and let your brain calm down. Okay, so that's all I've got for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching me on replay, please let me know, #replay, so I know you've been following me. Please feel free to comment, ask questions if you want to. You can also subscribe on my YouTube page if you're watching it from there, or like my Facebook business page. And hopefully I'll do another live pretty soon. In the meantime, again, thank you for watching. Have a great evening. Thank you. Bye.